So anyway, so what I want to do now is I want to see my financing over here. And I just want to go and understand to deliver content in a way that I'm just learning to just have the 1 hour rule today. I have food and drink already. I have food and drink today. So what I want to do is I'll let it be. I've been eating very slowly in a way that's excellent in the way that I eat. I understand that what I want to do is just go and see my financing over here to see how everything is going. And I gave $1,050 of the government's money to make my event for my 29th birthday. There's my seminar. And that's the government's money. But I'm not saying that regardless of what that money is or whose money it is, I promise you that even if I went working the 9 to 5 job for that money, I promise you I still give it. I still give all that money, I promise you, no matter what. I promise you guys who are working a 9 to 5 job, I promise you give all your money toward making events, I promise you. I mean, make events around yourself. Because there's no other way to make money other than making events today, I promise you. I promise you, if you're making events today quickly, I promise you make sure that you're nice and beautiful in terms of how you're actually holding your selfie stick in a way that's actually working for you, and focus on delivering content in a way that you're studying upon what's going on in your life. So over here I have the 20th of May, whereas I want to make sure that I can go and upload my content quickly online, and that way I'm learning very quickly upon becoming much more for myself at least, because that's what you guys need to do. I mean, you guys need to go and deliver content. But as you deliver content, you're focusing on helping your life to succeed is what you need to do. But anything with numbers now, I'm focusing on helping myself to just go and just write down all my financing over here. So I'm always on top of my financing. I'm making sure I just say I food and drinks, investment. Or else I use all that into my advantage in terms of my silence over here. And I just keep going, man. I just keep going and giving you content in different ways. Making sure that no matter what I can see, $1 transport. I gave $1 transport. I go $1 transport. I say I transport. I transport investment. I see how he's traveling alone around Australia. And guess what? I promise you I had a good time. I had a good time over there. And I'm learning very quickly upon how to go and grow myself differently. I see on the 19th of May I gave $60. And yes, I mean that's all nice and beautiful. But now the calendar over here says how long to go. But I have to look at this now and make sure that no matter what I can see now. I see today I1, I2, I3. I mean, guess what? I mean today. Today I'm just sweet for today. I send I1, I2, I3. I mean I1, I2, I3. I mean I3. So 3 days. I have 3 days until the 26th of May, and that's when my busking performances are. And I have $140. I mean $140 between 3 days. So between 3 days is dividing by, let's say, so anything that's between 3 days is dividing by this much. So let's have a look. I mean, if you want to say that, then just go and say, for example, I'm doing better than that. But what I'm doing is 140 between or divided in terms of dividing by. I realize now 140 dividing by 3 or between by 3 is $46 a day. I have $46 a day to go and do what I need to do. And now I can go and get my trolley. I can go and get my trolley. And I'm in the trolley on the day. I mean, make sure I understand something. If I go all the way with a trolley all the way up there to the nice and beautiful Sydney, Australia over there, in terms of the nice and beautiful Sydney, Australia, make sure that no matter what, I can go get my trolley very soon. And I go get my trolley as much as possible now. And tonight I can go get it. I love it. I'll go get my trolley tonight. I'll make sure that no matter what, it's much more how I feel. That I'll go and just let it be. But to get my trolley now is much more for me anyway. I need to get a trolley for myself. And what I want to do is I want to bring that portable speaker to the actual nice and beautiful event over there. So what I'm doing is I'm doing a greater job for myself anyway. So what I do is I have to bring my nice and beautiful way of life over here. So I just check my email over here. Make sure that in my email over here I have something going over here. Making sure anyway people can see change of services over here. I see over here. See they're doing something. I see YouTube's doing something with terms and conditions over here. They're showing transparency and anything that's significantly access. Or I see it's more they're using significantly in terms of. I mean they're using a significantly amazing access of YouTube service over here in terms of facial recognition now and YouTube right to monetize and also doing royalty payments and tax withholding. And I can see they're doing those updates quickly. And I'm not saying anyway, what I do is I just read the subtitles of everything. And as I go and do that, I'm making sure that now, since I'm understanding that, I'm making sure that no matter what, I have more enough time to go and do that. I'm making sure that I can go and see straight away upon Bitcoin. I see the Bitcoin over here. I care about everything. I never hate anything. I mean, that's why I'm always checking Bitcoin too. I'm checking everything. I never hate anything. So what I do is I store everything in a nice and beautiful market of exchange over here to understand straight away how I grow. But Bitcoin went down, or else Bitcoin went from 73,000 to 51,000. I'm doing better than that. And guess what, Roshi? It's more how I feel. Now be careful over here. I mean, Bitcoin lost value around 20,000 bucks, moving up, and I can see straight away how that is. I mean, what I do now is I move on, and they're never talking about that much. But what I do now is I focus upon helping myself to see the results on my Instagram and also Twitter. I'll go see the Twitter exchange. I have plenty of time to do everything. I make sure that what I do is different. I'm making sure I'm doing a different life for myself. And I have a life coaching videos to come today, and I do a 2-hour coaching session for myself over here. And that way I'm learning very quickly upon what I need to do. And that way I'm understanding that what I do is a better way of life as well. And I'm focusing on making sure that I have more enough success all the time to just grow myself now in different ways. So making sure that no matter what, I can see iTrans Radio, and there's a block over here. Why is there a block over here? I mean, it's more how I feel that I have to go and do my actual music production, but I have to talk that out. And that's something different now. I'm focused upon that, and I have to focus my words on that. And that's the thing, yeah. So what I want to do now is I want to just go and understand iTrans Radio Show is something I can go and listen to now. And it's something also I can go and check Twitter as well. I'm going to check my Instagram over here. And I'll just go and do some nice and beautiful errands over here in different ways, and just focus on helping my life to succeed is the whole point. And I can see other people are coming in to see me over here. I can see different people over here and how they're actually caring about me over here. But what I do is I make myself in the presence of the moment over here in a way that understands straight away how I'm giving time to what I hear, and making sure that no matter what, that people can see different aspects of what I'm doing and why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm not saying that as they try to go and really rocket and skyrocket here towards success, or as they see how strong I am. I mean, as they see I'm very strong of a man to be able to go and do what I'm doing. So as I'm doing what I'm doing, I've realized every single day I have more enough success all the time to focus upon something that's helping me move forward. But that's the whole point. Yeah, I mean, the whole point is living my life to the fullest, man. I'm living my life to the fullest and making sure I have more enough success all the time to succeed differently, and focus on saying that I can see a big difference over here. They admire me, but it's more how I feel. So I have to go and do more for other people to admire me, and that's it. I have to make sure I'm doing more and more. And no matter what, I realize that they can see straight away that I have more than them. I have more than them. I can see other people how they feel jealous. I can see this guy over here. I can see he definitely feels jealous about me. Or else what I do is I move on, but it's more how they're admiring me when they come to see me. You know what I'm saying? Whereas now I feel this woman over here really wants to do something like I do. And anyway, they can see straight away how I link them. I link them in a different way. And my Instagram photos are coming up now. And what I need to do is my Instagram photos now. I have to go and see now. Also, I'll just go and do my Instagram photos quickly. And that's how it is, guys. I mean, there's always something different to do. I'm uploading my content very quickly online. Making sure that, anyway, what's important is I just go and do a greater life for myself. And I'm just going slowly now. I have time. Over here, I'm realizing what's coming up is my event over here, or as that my Camino's coming up, or as there's other events coming up. Making sure, anyway, that what I want to do is I want to really, really quickly do something nice and beautiful. And that way, I'm learning very quickly. I have some new music, man. I asked you guys to see this. I have some new music, man. I have something different, man. I mean, that's it, man. That's it. I never hate you. I never fucking hate you. I love everything. I love everything. And I focus upon understanding that what I do now is I'm focusing on different aspects of life differently. But as I focus on different life aspects, I'm looking at different aspects over here, and Jesus Christ has to do this as well with me. I first always, and I understand straight away how I feel. And that's the whole point. I mean, the whole point is go and focus on delivering content that's helping you grow, and just keep going. I mean, just keep doing your Instagram. I mean, just keep making sure that you're inspiring people. When if you're inspiring people, then guess what, bro? It's nice and beautiful to inspire people. I mean, do you agree? I mean, you have to agree. But guess what? I mean, you can go out of Mega Drive application and your selecting files are still there, and the files that you do, and the files that you still did select from that file range is still there with you, and you never have to start again as well, which is amazing. So what I do now is I go and see my nice and beautiful content over here. Now I have much more content to post over here as well. I'm making sure that I have plenty of content. And as I have plenty of content, I go and deliver content in different ways. But that's the point, man. I mean, the point is go and focus on something that's helping you move forward. But as you download content from Mega Drive, then something may happen where your content may unselect itself. And make sure you understand you go and work fast, and go and work quickly to just go and do what you can to succeed. But keep going this way, and it's actually working. So I'm making sure that no matter what I'm selecting, but then guess what happens? That the selection of the process just goes along. But every single time I download content from Mega Drive, I just download content from Mega Drive only when I download Mega Drive content. And that's it, bro. Once it finishes downloading Mega Drive content, then I go start and selecting photos from my Mega Drive. So I only select Mega Drive content when there's no downloading happening in Mega Drive in terms of on Mega Drive content. And I understand that no matter what I feel, that I'm just breaking through. I'm breaking through life. I'm making sure I'm doing something different. I'm making sure that what I want to do is just do Instagram while my actual Mega Drive is doing something. I'm making sure that my life is going toward Instagram and also Twitter. I'm making sure I'm checking Twitter while my actual Mega Drive is downloading content, so I can go and do something different. So what I want to do is just look at the nice and beautiful way of conducting what's happening around the world. So as I see the nice and beautiful way of what people are talking about is every single day I'm focusing on just the words that they're saying, the words of life, and I'm just scanning through the words, man. I can see it's just an investigation about what was happening with Diana Princess. I realize in terms of Princess Diana. I'm just on the nice and beautiful way of life over here. I can see straight away how I just go and do my life over here. So I understand that no matter what, I can see Ivanka Trump, I can say, yep, I can say she's another one that I want to promote as well, in terms of popular people. So as I go and do something to help myself to succeed, I'm making sure I'm just doing that nice and beautiful job for myself. So I'm understanding that Ivanka Trump is from Donald Trump's wife, and I'm just learning different aspects of life. So what I do now is I go and focus upon helping myself to succeed otherwise. I'm understanding every single day, if you want to cease fire or something like that, then make sure that you're just growing yourself, and that's it. I mean, make sure you understand that what is important right here is they're talking about a ceasefire over there. I'm understanding every single day with Israel over there and Gaza, I'm pretty sure there's a coalition over there that's saying that they are ceasing fire and stuff like that. So what I do is I make sure I just go through the information here of different announcements. So no matter what, I see the European Union announces reopening of borders for fully vaccinating visitors. I see, so you have to have a vaccination fully to go to Europe, and I have to go and get myself a vaccination as well. So a little bit. Roshi, Jesus Christ says that the vaccination over here never kills you, but Roshi, it's more how I understand that. Roshi, it's more how I feel. But Jesus Christ says that I see it's an illusion over there. Roshi, all that medication and stuff is an illusion about life, mate. Roshi, it's all something different. And just go and get the vaccination, guys, so you can go and do a great job, and so you can go where you want to go. And that way you must understand how you feel, because they're trying to pin people down and trying to tell people what to do in that scenario. So make sure you understand straight away how you just have to go and deliver content in different ways. But I'm understanding straight away I have content to deliver in other ways. But what I want to do is I want to send them music content over here, but it's much better how I do so now. And I understand every single day that what I do is I have a YouTube account, and I understand soundbetter.com over here. And soundbigger.com is right now where my people are in terms of those people who I did get the Idonotopia live instrumentals from. I want to send them nice and beautiful content from me. So say, hey, this is my new job over here and this is my new track, mate. So as I grow myself differently, I'm looking for better aspects of life in terms of what's happening. So I'm learning how to go through my messages over here in different ways. I'm looking to study upon life itself. I'm looking to make sure I have more enough over here to succeed. I make sure I go into Danny Milivojevic, nice and beautiful YouTube account. Make sure I have more enough. I can see that it sells, but I make sure that no matter what, I have more enough. I make sure anyway. I say every single day I see I'm always looking the nice and beautiful way of life. I'm learning what's going on. I'm learning Gerald Salente has a new video. I go to the channel over here to see exactly my playlist over here. Now since I have a playlist over here in different ways, I'm learning what is happening, but I see straight away how I feel. And how I feel is a different way of life. And what I want to do is I want to send people Idonotopia. But they feel, I can see they deserve it. So what I do is I just make sure I update myself in different ways. Make sure that no matter what, I can see straight away how things are working out for me personally. And what I do is I go to my actual track over here in terms of my playlist over here, where my YouTube is, and I just go and check all my playlists always to see what's happening with these videos and all this. So making sure that no matter what, I can see how my playlist over here in just my 1 hour how-to series is over 300 videos, which is excellent. And I go and see my 4 videos over here. I go and make sure I have more enough always to deliver successful intent. I make sure that since that's the case, I make sure to go and just share the product. I have to share the product over here. I have to share this product. I have to make sure that since I share the product, I'm delivering content in different ways.
Welcome you guys into my nice and beautiful.
I'm making sure that I have more enough success over here to grow my life and to see
Radio show. So guess what? I mean, Idonotopia. I mean, this track over here is amazing.
I can see anyway that image. I can see the image is different, but that's how it is.
It's amazing.
I brush it a little bit that way.
If you understand how
It's much more how I feel, that the greater the quality, the better. And I understand every single day that no matter what I feel, it's much more than enough for me to go and just do a greater job anyway. So what I want to do is I want to message Claudio and say, I want to make sure that this guy over here can hear my actual guitar over here, but I'm making sure that no matter what, it's more how I feel. I did place his guitar in there. I've never taken it away. The thing is, every single day that I go and focus on something over here, that I'm focusing on making sure I can go hear that guitar for someone. I do it for I never do it for anybody else. But the thing is, every single day, just learn how to go and grow yourself, and ask always everybody in Jesus Christ and everybody to just understand yourself and what you're doing about life. So what you want out of life is to succeed. So make sure you drop in the files into the FL Studio and it loads very quickly upon life. And as you're going to do that, then make sure that you're working on what you need to do to succeed. It's very important. So that way I understand straight away how I feel. And I feel that no matter what, I never do that again. I make sure that what I want to do is I never place my actual content like that ever again. I make sure I do better than that. Make sure that I feel that I'm losing. I'm never losing. But guess what? I make sure I'm winning something much more. But guess what? Or it's more how I feel that I sent my bass guitarist content, but I feel that the content over here has to be heard much better. That's how I feel. So what I want to do, let it be. I want to understand that it's much more, I need to get the experience of that content much better to see that it's maybe heard in the mix, but that's something where I need to actually see, is it heard? So anyway guys, I make sure that I have to go and raise the bass guitar in the mix, man. And I have a bass guitarist, I have a bass guitar, but guess what, I realized that it's more how I have to talk much better. I have to just never lose, I never want to lose, but anyway, I want to do a great job. So anyway, I have a beautiful mix, but I did place this guy's bass guitar inside of my mix, and I never did it for him, man. I mean, for fuck's sake, I never did it for him. But guess what, bro? It's more how I feel. I sent him my link saying, hey, I mean, I have a bass guitar in the mix, but the mix is fucking let's say, in a way that it's just how it is. Yeah, I mean the mix is just unable to be heard much in the mix. So I understand that it's more the case where I believe I can hear it somewhere in the mix, but it's just little volume and it's just a minimal thing in that track. I mean his bass guitar is fucking minimal in the track, man. But guess what, bro? It's more how I feel. That no matter what, I realize every single time that if I understand anything about life, that he is just somebody random, man. I mean, just random person. But guess what? It's more how I feel. It's more how I feel. And do I really want that mix just like that, bro? It's more how I feel that I want to go and do better. I want to do better anyway. I actually want to hear the mix for myself. Oh, I realize now anyway. I realize that's the thing. So I want to go back into the mix. I want to learn how to do it much better. And I want to be making sure anyway that it's much more how it feels like suffering for me. It feels like big suffering where I understand straight away how I have to go backwards to go somewhere to improve my mix over here. But that's the wisdom over here. And the wisdom says over here that it's much more how I lift my standards over here, and I understand straight away how it's just that. And that's the thing. I realize I understand that mix over here is already something that I understand how it works. I understand how it works, and the wisdom says go and fix it. I have to fix it. I have to fix it. I have to make sure that I can go and see the mix of here in terms of life, and I want to just download, but I feel like just sleeping now. I don't want to sleep. I make sure that it's more how I feel, but the thing is, I want to make sure I'm doing greater. So what I do now is I just go and really understand how to uncover this. It's more how the wisdom here shows me that it's more how if you want that bass guitar in the mix, you can have it in the mix. Roshi, it's more how I feel, and how I feel about my wisdom over here is saying that if you want it in the mix, I mean, what does my wisdom say? The wisdom says, hey, let it be. The wisdom says, let it be, man. And just let it be. That's how it is. I focus upon saying that yes, I do have good intentions here. I'm not saying that here, in terms of what he sees, he sees something different, and he sees that his guitar is never even fucking mixed. You understand? And that's the thing, man. Do I remove the link? Do I remove the link over here? No. It's more to say that I'll make a special guitar solo or something, and make something different, man. I'm never doing it for him, man. It's more how my wisdom says here that I have to go and just let it be and just show some appreciation about anything. And it's more how I focus upon understanding of I chose my bass guitar over his, man. I chose something different, and because I've done that, it's more how I feel. I feel different, but it's more I care. I care, man. I understand Jesus Christ goes to fix it. Jesus Christ wants to fix it. You understand? But that's the thing. I want to go back in the mix over here. And it's more how I feel. I feel different. I feel different now. I feel now I want to actually do much better. I have to do much better anyway. So what I want to do is I focus on making sure that it's much more how I did start off with the mix, and then I went all the way through making this nice and beautiful mix, and then somehow the bass guitar went, let's say, low in volume, but somewhere in the background melody, man. And I see what he's going to hear. I'm probably going to say fuck when he gets angry. When he gets angry, but although guess what, it's more how I feel. They just like that. But I feel that Jesus Christ is saying that he feels much more, let's say, anger here, but then also he feels much more inspiration in other ways. I feel that no matter what, it's much more how I feel. I feel that no matter what, I want to actually go and grow myself in different ways, but I'll let it be now. I'll let it be. I make sure that no matter what, it's more how I feel. And how I feel is just to dwell upon myself over here in a way that I understand the wisdom here is something that I really understand already. But Jesus Christ says that since you understand the wisdom over here in terms of how you're learning, that if you want to let it go like that, Jesus Christ says, just go and impress yourself here, to go and really dwell upon something that helps you grow. And what helps you grow is the wisdom that you're learning in different ways, to go and see that project in a way that you're learning how to boost the sound in that project to learn something. I can do that. I'm going to learn something from this project. I feel like a total failure. I make sure that no matter what, I can see straight away how I feel. So what I do now is I just have to go and talk it out. I have to talk different aspects of life out. I'm making sure that these people are already gone from my life, man. I mean, what's happening around here? I mean, where are they? Where are these people, man? I see it's more how they are here. I'm making sure anyway, what I want to do is I send them a message. And it's more how it is. I just grow myself in different ways and I let it be. See, now I want to make sure that I just talk over all that. I just make sure I send them a message. Alright, so anyway, so as I grow, I have to learn anyway. I have to learn much more about life over here. But just how it is. So I understand as I'm actually promoting myself in my drums and everything, I see that Jesus Christ says that he gets very angry even if he hears the actual thing, yeah? Jesus Christ says he gets happier, but the thing is over here I've realized that he feels much more inspirational about it, but the thing is every single day it's much more like that. Jesus Christ said, I see Jesus Christ says that he never gets angry here. He never gets angry here. Jesus Christ says otherwise he does. I see otherwise he gets angry. I mean I understand straight away, so what I do is I let it be. It's much more how I'm never trying to impress him, I'm trying to impress myself here. So what I do now is I just let it be that way. And I just send people some links over here, so I'll do better. So anyway, so what's happening over here is lag. I see a lag over here. So I'm just letting it be now. I just let it be. I focus on saying that yes, I understand how that all is. I'm making sure that I just build on top of it. I build something different for now. I just go and do myself over here. I'm just going to do something different now. I feel that my motivation is still here to grow because it's in the words I see. It's in the words I say. But making sure I never want to go backwards, man. I never want to go backwards. I mean, I'm making sure that I understand how that volume is. I see the volume reduction here. I understand I can always make it what I want. I'm making sure that it's more how I feel. I feel sleepy. I feel like I want to die if that happens, man. I never want to die. I make sure it's more different. I feel different. I feel different in a way that I am learning. I'm learning how the mix is. And as soon as I see the guitar, where the fuck's the guitar? It just drowns out over there. But the thing is, let it be that way. Let it be. I'll make sure that no matter what, I can learn something. I can learn something from that. But it's more how I never want to go backwards. I never want to open the project, man. I have to open the project. I have to see that. I have to see it. I make sure that it's more how I feel. I have to feel much more preoccupation in terms of much more alive about that kind of thing. To learn about that. I have to learn about that. Learn about what? Learn about separating the sound to have one little sound of the guitar in there. That's more value. It's more value a bit. I can always add more value in it. I can add more value in it. I can put fucking all more sounds in it. I can put more fucking sounds in it, man. So I don't care if he gets angry. I don't care if he gets angry, man. Which that's the thing, yeah? Which that's my word I. Which my word I is here. I'll move on, man. Which my word I is saying anyway that what I want to do is focus on the greater way. The greater way is making sure that I can feel much greater. I did replace his sound with my bass line, and that's why. It's either his sound. It's either his sound or my sound. What do I want? Guess what, bro? It's more how in this part over here, I can put his sound there. I have to remove that. I have to remove some stuff over there. It's different. But there's only a little minor difference, man. We just do that little quickly. Or should just do quick aspects of life there. And just fucking export the 16-bit file again. An MP3 file again, and it's just done. Or that's it, man. Or it's just that. For fuck's sake. I don't want to fucking upload a YouTube video again. That's it. I'm learning anyway that what I want to do is he fucking sees the link in my Mega Drive. I'll move on, man. I'll move on differently. Yeah. I focus like I've been fucking torturing myself for some reason. I'm never torturing myself. The thing is, I'm learning how to grow. I'm learning how to just do something different. I feel like that's a fucking failure. I feel like that's fucking something that I have to move on with. But move on, man. Or else, anyway, or else I understand how I feel about that. Or else now, I make sure that no matter what, it's more how I feel. I understand it's a 4 hour track, or else it's around 4 hour tracks. I see Jesus Christ saying, just keep going up. Or else what I want to do is, I say every single day that I just feel like just talking now. I see my motivation is going elsewhere now. And why is that? Because I feel that music is getting into the way. I mean, music is never getting in the way. I just feel like doing something else now. And that's how I feel. I feel it's more different for me now. I feel like just never dying. First, I never feel like dying, but I feel like just lifting myself in my Instagram is something that I have motivation to do Instagram now. Make sure anyway, what I feel like doing is just my life over here. And as I do my life, I focus upon helping myself to succeed. So I want to make sure that I'm learning something to help my life over here. And I focus upon just that. I mean, that's just something I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm just doing it over time, for fuck's sake. And just move on, man. I have no troubles, man. I feel happier now. I feel happier. I feel happier. I mean, I move on from that guy. I mean, for fuck's sake. I mean, move on from him, man. I never care about his guitar, man. I'm just saying, I put his guitar in my fucking music. I never care about him listening to my music, man. For fuck's sake, I never care about him, man. And that's the thing, yeah. I never care about him at all, man. You understand? I mean, for fuck's sake. I care about him. I do care about him. I mean, for fuck's sake. I mean, it's more how I feel that I'm never jealous. I'm just moving on, man. I mean, it's more how I have to fucking show them and I have to write to them, man. Now that is something different, but it's more how I felt to write to them, man. I felt messages to them. I have no anger, nothing except I only. I focus on seeing the work I've done already. I've done a lot of work. I feel I have to work. I have to do something, man. I have to do something. I feel in depression for fucking some reason because of that. I mean, that's it. I'm never in depression. I focus on, anyway, I have to focus on living my life differently. I have to focus on doing something different. I have to go somewhere else now. I feel it's just how I feel. I feel different, man. I feel I've done something to aggravate someone. I feel I've been slack or something. I feel I've fucking been slack here, man. I show him fucking 10-second piece, man. I show him 10-second piece of his fucking guitar and my mix. 4 fucking hours and more. Man, that's what it is, yeah. I feel that's slack. You understand? I mean, I understand it, but I don't fucking care about him. For fuck's sake. I mean, what? Do I have to fucking go pull his guitar in the fucking 4-hour mix now? I don't fucking care about his guitar, man. For fuck's sake. You understand? I understand that. I understand. I mean, do you want to fucking go place other people's saxophone in your music and just make all their saxophone in your music now? I mean, guess what? I mean, it's more you have to understand something now. I mean, you have to understand. I mean, now their fucking music is dominating your music now. I mean, is that the case? I mean, now you're going to fucking use their music always in your mix? In every fucking song now? I mean, guess what? I mean, that's something you get money for. The thing is that if you have a 5-hour mix, I mean, do you want to play something that you made or something that other people made in your music? I mean, that guy fucking made that guitar melody on his own. I mean, do I have to fucking place his guitar melody in my fucking music for 5 hours now? Because he fucking made it? For fuck's sake, yeah. I want to fucking make something that I made. Or I fucking play something I made in life. You understand? I have nothing against him, man. I have nothing against him. I mean, I'll move on. I have nothing against him. I love everything. Because the thing is about life, I'm learning something. I'm learning how I felt. I felt in that moment that I felt slack. Because, how? How the fuck does that slack, man? I mean, how the fuck is that slack? I mean, how the fuck is that poor ethic? I mean, his fucking guitar is still in my fucking mix. There's somewhere in the background. I'll let it be that way. I'll move on. I'll move on, man. I feel I have to just go and deliver my bass guitar. I'll get money for that, but I don't care that he thinks that there's only 10 seconds of the music of his. I never fucking care about him. He's fucking lucky about that one. He's fucking lucky to have 10 seconds of his bass guitar playing in my music, man. He's fucking lucky, man. You know what I'm saying? I move on. I realize every single day that what I do, Roshi, is just like that. Roshi Jesus Christ says every single day just focus on helping your life to succeed and make sure that you're learning how to become much more in the process of what you're doing. By focusing on understanding that now, since I'm understanding how my portable speaker is around here, focusing on saying that that is more something that is anger. See anger right there, for sure. See a lot of anger. And why is that? I mean, that's anger because I was never doing what I was meant to be doing. I was never doing, but guess what, Roshi? It's more, I forgive myself, man. I forgive myself for that. I forgive myself that. I forgive myself for that. I understand that I deserve better than that. I deserve to keep doing my music, man. That's the thing. I mean, that's something that is sad over there. I understand? But that's something that's trying to rip me off. That's something that's trying to take away from me. I mean, that's something that's trying to take me away from music production altogether. I mean, understand? I mean, that's how it is, yeah? I mean, because of fucking some bass guitarist, man. I mean, for fuck's sake, man. I mean, for fuck's sake, I never care about him. I mean, understand? Oh, I mean, for fuck's sake, man. I'll move on. And that's fucking stupid for me, man. I promise you. Roshi, it's a case. Roshi, it's a case. I promise you. Roshi. Because I fucking play, or it's because I fucking put his music for 10 seconds in my music. I mean, for 10 seconds, I'm doing better than that. Or it's because his fucking mix of guitar is around 10 seconds in my music of 5 hours. Of around 5 hours of music. I mean, because his bass guitar is around 10 seconds in my music mix of around 5 hours. I mean, is that why of that? For sure, no. I never lose. You understand? I mean, I took it fucking overboard, man. You understand? But that's the thing, man. And that's fucking validation. I mean, that's misery, man. I mean, what is so misery about that? I mean, misery because I had to fucking message him to say, hey, I mean, your bass guitar is here, and fucking suddenly his music is 10 seconds in my music mix. I mean, yeah, but the thing is, I mean, imagine you're playing a guitar. I mean, imagine a lot. Imagine you're playing a guitar in my music solo, and I'll give you a fucking 10-second piece out of thousands of hours in my mix. I mean, how do you feel? I mean, guess what? I mean, I am somebody who at least puts that fucking music in the mix. I understand? I just care. I care, man. But Jesus Christ saying, just look at yourself more than them. I understand? And then fucking guess what? I want to fucking myself have that for fucking 10 seconds. I'm sure nobody's fucking forcing me to fucking put that music in my fucking music except I. For fuck's sake. I'm doing something new. But I feel like just letting it be now. I feel like going the long term in what I'm doing. I feel like I have to do it much better. I have to do something different. I want to go away from this world in a way. I want to go through the woods somewhere. I want to go through the woods. I want to forget all that. I want to go through the woods somewhere. And that's something. I mean, that's something of interest right here. I want to go somewhere else, man. I mean, take me somewhere else, man. I mean, go and bring me somewhere else. I mean, take me away in a better way. I mean, that's something new. And go somewhere else, man. Go to fucking La La Land over there. And fucking just sleep a bit. For fuck's sake. And calm down a bit. And fucking calm down a bit. And fucking do something different. Fucking USA a bit. And fucking USA. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And that's how it is, yeah. I mean, fucking go away from them. And go somewhere else, man. And fuck I mean, for fuck's sake. I mean, learn to speak to yourself in different ways. I mean, go somewhere else, man. I mean, that's it. Oh, what? I mean, I have to. For fuck's sake. I mean, learn something different for yourself. And guess what? I remember how I was doing my actual content in New South Wales in terms of the actual Newcastle over there. And I see ICU, man. I remember the ICU, man. And ICU is something nice and brilliant for myself that I made over there. And that's one of the pioneers of the tracks that I made today. There's one of the actual starting blocks of my life. And I understand straight away how that feels. I mean, that feels amazing to be able to have something like that in my music mix. But because I'm doing that in a different way now, I'm making sure I just go somewhere else, man. I want to fucking leave this world, in my words. I want to fucking go somewhere else, man. I want to fucking say goodbye to everybody. I want to say goodbye to everybody. I want to fucking go to Spain. I want to fucking go to Ibiza. I want to be somewhere in a better life somewhere else, man. I'm in my music production for the long term. I realize that, honestly, I feel that this bass guitarist, Roshi, deserves to be in my mix, man. Roshi deserves to be in my mix. So what I do is I do it. I make sure that I want to hear his bass guitar somewhere. But it's just fucking in the background somewhere. And that's why I have to fucking listen to the track. I have to listen to that momentum. I have to do something different now. So what I do is I make sure that no matter what day, it's much more. Our music is such a long fucking process that the more you fucking talk about it, the better. You have to talk about it so much, and it's more fucking how intimidating it is. But I'm never intimidating myself over here. I'm not intimidating I realize it's much more how I feel. There's a lot of singing. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of singing. There's a lot of singing there. That's something that I understand. I mean, there's a lot of singing there. There's a lot of planning of words and all that, but planning words I can do. It's a lot of singing. I should either sit or stand or lay down. I've been singing too much. I've been singing too much to make music, man. I've been sit on the fucking camping chair a bit. And go and fucking lay down a bit and do it. I have to do something different. I have to make sure I have an Instagram, I have a beautiful image. I go somewhere else. I go somewhere else with my words. I go live my life. So my whole life strategy is to plan my strategy of how to live life now. I mean, how do I live life now? Because I can never do what I was doing yesterday. I have to do something different now. And that's the fucking way it is. I mean, every single day, when I learn something different, I'm learning to just go and drive myself into a greater way of life. I feel that no matter what, I can see straight away how I feel here. I feel that I can listen to some music while I'm doing some actual branding photos. I'm never afraid to do it, but I feel that it's much more empathy for myself to just go and let it be. I feel like I need some silence around here. I need to just feel peace. I need to feel at peace around here. And that's the thing, yeah, I realize I understand straight away how I feel. I feel different. I feel that somebody is listening to me. But the thing is, guess what, Broshy? That's why I'm learning how fast I'm reacting toward life. And I'm doing something different. I want to just get away from the world. I want to go somewhere different. And as I go somewhere different, I focus on saying that I've been experiencing life over here on my own. And I love it like that. I love going my words into I. As I go with my words into I focus on something different. I focus on understanding that Jesus Christ says it's more how I need to get away. I need to go away from this place. I have to go away from this place. I have to go somewhere different, man. I have to go somewhere different. I want to go away somewhere. I want to go somewhere different. But where can I go? It's more how I feel Q Space Hotel. I have to go to some Q Space Hotel. I have to get away from this place around here, man. I feel it. I feel I have to get away from this place around here. And I want to go somewhere different. I have to go traveling. I have to go around the world. I have to go somewhere different. I want to get away from Sydney, man. I want to get away from these people. As I go that way, I just go and I feel happier that way. I feel happier when I'm further away from those people, I promise you. I focus on just doing my life differently. I just focus on giving myself that time now. And that's it. Because I feel that music production, I can see it. Actually, it's excellent. Actually, I love music production. I love sitting down and doing it. I love doing everything. I never hate anything. I see misery. I have no misery with my work eye. I feel temptation to just do better. I mean, that's excellent. So anyway, as I'm doing my Instagram, I just go and focus on breaking records around here, and I'm making sure that no matter what I'm growing and doing a great job, I love that one there. I'm making sure as I go and do something different, I'm learning what I can do in different ways to succeed in the best way. And as I go and really live life, I focus on making sure that this one here, in terms of which one I see, in terms of this one here is different, but that one there is the one, or that one there is the one. So I'm just making sure I'm just learning how to go and perform my greatness. I'm making sure I can talk and talk and talk, and I have to plan my life ahead of the game. Whereas that music is slowly getting there. The thing is, I'm very fast about everything, making sure that I never fucking start Twinkle Twinkle Little Star until I fucking finish my album. I make sure one day at a time. I'll do everything, man. That's how it is. I want to fucking do my small album. I should know. I should have to go and do my large fucking bass guitar now. I have to do that first. I have to plan my life around that first. And guess what, bro? I want to hear it in the mix. I want to hear it in the mix somewhere. And it's just, I mean, it's just one little notion right there. And let it be that way. I want to myself hear it. But without it, bro, it's more how I can understand that. I can understand that, but I want to hear it. I want to hear it in the mix. But it's more how I understand. My wisdom guides me anyway. So I'm saying that no matter what, that the wisdom of life is Jesus Christ. You have to understand straight away how I feel. And as I feel about life differently, I focus on understanding. I see how they're playing poker today, and they're just losing, man. I make sure I'm doing something better anyway. I see Jesus Christ is here to pick a photo. Make sure I just go and really just do something to live my life differently, man. So Jesus Christ is saying that one there, I mean this one, and this one here, and Jesus Christ saying that one there, I'll do that one. I realize now every single day I'm learning quickly, upon just enjoying myself. I realize that I can see how beautiful I am. There's different aspects of life. I am just learning that it's much better to have all my photos than never have those photos. I say, ooh, I mean, it's much better to have all those Instagram photos than never have those photos, man. I mean, yeah, I can see how that is, man. And that's a lot of knowledge I've seen about myself over here. That's something worthwhile, man. I can see that. I can see Jesus Christ can see that. Whereas anyway, I mean, what I do is I go and understand straight away how I feel. And how I feel is just to keep going. I keep going different way. I keep going differently. I keep going in a way that's new for me in different ways. And I'm doing better photos. I'm doing different aspects of life. I love my moustache. See the moustache. See the moustache. See the moustache. I see the moustache. See the moustache. I see Pazlatane. I see there's so much to go, man. And as I go and grow myself, I focus on making sure that I can call my son Zlatane. See Zlatane. I see it's more Zlatan. Although guess what, I focus on making sure I'm learning. I'm learning how I can drive my son crazily. I can drive him. I can drive everything crazy. I never drive I crazy. I mean, I guess what? I mean, I say something now. That's too much I, and that's I there. I guess what? Approach it's more. I understand that's something how I feel. If I talk like that, approach it's the best thing. I drive my son crazy. I drive my woman and everything I have crazy. I drive him so crazy that I have all these women next to me. I mean, guess what? Approach you. I see my son. I see he's running around. I mean, guess what? Approach I have everything, man. I have everything. I have this wife. I have these children, man. Approach they're so beautiful. I go around the world traveling. I have a jet. I'm driving with my jet with my pilot. Whereas that no matter what I can see straight away, my wife over here is looking at me with the children. I have 5 children, man. I have 5 children, man. And that's a goal, man. I mean, that's everybody's goal. I have more than that. Or actually, that's what is. Or actually, it's more how I understand I have 5 children, but I realize, although, guess what, actually, that's how you have to talk. And you have to talk in a different way. I realize, although, guess what, actually, it's how I feel. I feel that no matter what, it's more that I have I only. Approach, it's much better to have more anyway. Approach, it's much better to have more than that. And as I grow, I realize everything that's more is I only. I is the only way forward. We never rely on other people to give you children. We're just going to be happy with what you have in life. And that's how you grow. I mean, you grow differently and make sure that no matter what, you're looking for that nice and beautiful time over here, but I'm really quick to the notion of life over here in different ways. But as I grow myself differently, I'm looking to see straight away how I feel. But how I feel is different. How I feel is I go and stand back a bit and I look at the nice and beautiful photos I have over here. And they're all nice and beautiful for me because I have that nice and beautiful notion. But the notion of what? First, the notion of looking to see exactly how everything is. And how everything is, I see, is the best kind of attempt to move forward. But that's what I'm doing always. I'm doing different life differently and making sure I have that nice beautiful gift of what? I mean, I have the gift of life, man. Where I have to go into my knowledge again. I have to go make sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly upon life. I said that's beautiful. Now, as I grow myself, I probably I never care about me with words. I mean, Russia, it's more how I feel. That is what I mean. Russia, though, they care about me in that scenario to never kill me. But that's the thing, yeah. Russia, it's more how I feel. Russia, it's more how I need to go and understand straight away how that is. But how that is, I understand, is a little bit. I move on in different scenarios. A little bit. I focus upon something different. Make sure I can see that's a beautiful photo. Make sure I can see straight away how I feel, and how I feel is different. So that's a beautiful photo. Whereas that one, I rather go that one. I'd rather go that one there. I realize anyway that as I see fit, I realize that one there. Whereas not. I realize this one here. I rather go that one there. I rather go that one there. I realize that's something that is me right here. But as I understand straight away, I feel it's just sexy. I realize it's just sexy to understand something about life. I understand that no matter what, that this one here is much more for me, right here. And why is that? I was James Bond Grove, man. I'll make sure they understand that. I mean, make sure you understand that. I feel that, yes, I understand the skin and showing your skin and all that. But also, I understand how I'm showing skin already. I'll make sure, anyway, what I do is, as I grow myself differently, I'm focusing on making sure that I see the nice and beautiful notion to make music again. And I have to go and plan my life to be able to do that action. I mean, that's the thing, yeah. I mean, it's more I have to do something different now. I have to do that nice beautiful action of just I first. I first about everything, man. I first, and I see Coffs Harbour. I see Coffs Harbour, and I was traveling to Coffs Harbour. I see that's something I need. I can feel that. I mean, just go fucking somewhere else, man. I understand. I mean, anyway. So what's important is you grow yourself, and then you can go. And you grow yourself in ways that you're focusing on what you can do indefinitely. And then guess what, Proshi? Then you go and just mark your words in a way that you're growing your words, and grow your words, and grow your words, and grow your words, and then inspire yourself to grow, and inspire yourself daily to get up and to walk around a bit. Proshi, it's more how I feel that the 1 hour rule is too much, but I have to realize something, that it's much better than 1 hour rule today, because that way I'm growing myself quickly. I'm growing my life like this very quickly, but I understand straight away how I feel. And how I feel is a different way of life over here. And that's how I actually grow. I grow different ways of being. I grow different ways of persuading myself to grow differently. And as I grow myself differently, I have more than enough success all the time to make sure that I'm growing. That's the whole point, yeah? And the whole point is growing yourself. Although, the more you grow, the better for you. I mean, you guys have to understand straight away how that feels. And how that feels is different for everybody. But then upload your content online and upload everything quickly online is what I need to do. And I feel that I'm never falling behind, but I feel that I understand that I'm never lazy. I'm never lazy in my life. I actually see laziness in some other ways. And how is that? Well, it's laziness in a way that I'm doing my work, man. I'm doing my work. I'm not laziness. I'm never lazy, man. I'm never lazy to do my work. I'm never lazy to do anything I do. Russia, I was lazy before, man. Before, yeah, Russia. Before I was fucking lazy as fuck. But now I'm learning different aspects of whatever I'm doing in terms of life, and that's all different for me. So what I see from life now is a focus on understanding that I have that nice and beautiful persuasion party. Understanding that I go and do something different now. I realize although the different aspect of life that you need is a different delivery method to go and persuade yourself to do greater, and that's something I can do. I can connect these beautiful photos and everything together in a way that's moving forward for me, and that's how it is, huh? For sure. Although what's amazing about life is learning very quickly upon superstardom and making sure that you have that nice and beautiful voice and tonality with yourself to make sure that you're growing yourself differently is what it's all about. And if you understand that, then you understand straight away how to grow yourself. But guess what, Prosh? It's more how you need to be on top of the game and you need to be on top of your life. And as soon as you're on top of your life, then you have that nice and beautiful persuasion party in a way that you're learning very quickly upon how to grow and grow. We have to understand straight away how to talk, and as you talk, you can see straight away how other people are talking. But they're never talking as much because they're shifty. I can see they're shifty. They have nothing to say to anybody, and they're very shifty people, and they never want to admit that. And they never want to admit how shifty they are. But I can see it in their face. I can see how shifty they are. That's why I'm understanding how Jesus Christ says hypocrites. I understand, but it's more how it is. I can see it, but I can see how I also am someone who understands that I need to go and do better in terms of all that, and I have to be less of a hypocrite too. And why is that? I mean, it's because I understand that the pleasure of life in terms of masturbation, and I sometimes fall in masturbation, and I start masturbating, and it's more how I understand that, and then I say delayed gratification, and it's more how that's a hypocrite. I understand, but at least I can and guess what? I mean, at least I can own up to it, man. I can own up to it, but that's what I'm still saying, delayed gratification. I mean, go and delay gratification as much as you can. I mean, it's still the way. I never tell you to go masturbate. I always say delay gratification. But I can admit it, at least. I can admit my fails in life. I mean, you understand? I mean, that's the whole point. I mean, the whole point is to understand something that's actually helping you grow. But what helps you grow is a different way of life. And different ways of life helps you grow. And those who help you grow are the ones who have something to say. Or actually, those people who have something to say are the ones who help you grow. So you have to have something to say to help people grow. And that's it. For sure, that those people who understand how to talk much better are the ones who deserve much better. And then guess what? The more if I can speak to you, the better for me. And the more I can speak for myself over here. When I speak for myself like this, then I understand straight away how to help you speak for yourself. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm doing a better way of life now. Making sure that everybody gets what they deserve. I'm making sure I'm learning very quickly upon how life goes. And how life goes is different. I'm making sure I can see how people can feel my energy in terms of how I make music and how I do life. I can feel, understand how I have energy to go around the world. But they never want to say anything. When they never want to admit that. When they never want to do anything other than themselves in a way that they're losing. Because they're losing. And because they're losing in life, I'm focusing on something different. And I'm learning something different about myself over here too. But the thing is about life, as I learn much quicker, I'm learning how to go and grow differently upon life. And that's the whole point, yeah? And the whole point is learning to deliver content in ways that you grow. I mean, if you can grow all day long, and you can understand how that feels right here, making sure that I learn very quickly upon the art of persuasion with everybody, to make sure that I'm learning quickly upon how life is, to help me grow in different occasions. Making sure that I can see Netflix, I realize it's much more how I'm talking more words anyway. Which that's the thing, I'm talking more words when I want to go on Netflix. I went to Netflix, but it's much more how I feel now. I have much more important aspects to do as well. And I have to go and really suss out much more anyway. I have to go and do much more regardless. I have to put in the time to deliver. I understand how I understand Jesus Christ is saying that you have to really go and study upon helping yourself to do much more of everything, and Netflix as well, to go and just chill sometimes and just Netflix and chill. I have to Netflix and chill. I've been working too much, and I have to work too much anyway. But the thing is, I can see how I feel, and I feel that I have to go and dwell upon. I thank you. I thank you, Jesus Christ. I understand every single day. I'm learning how to do greater, and as I learn to do greater, I'll just go and get this one here. I'm making sure I have that nice beautiful notion always, that Jesus Christ and God is always listening, and that's all that you need, man. I mean, you need Jesus Christ to listen to you, what you're doing about life, and that way you understand straight away that God cares, man.